Hey, shalom, shalom. I, damn, this thing is uh, playing tricks on me. Cut off a little early there, but Trump. Here it is. This is 2018, like I was telling you, March 5th, 2018. Trump wants more asylums, and some psychiatrists agree. All right, there you go. Homelessness. There you go. And that's in response to, according to them, I don't know if it's going to let me finish this out. This is the New York Times. I'm just more interested in you knowing the date of this, because I'm not going to subscribe to them. Trump wants more asylums. And again, this is 2018. All right. So, yeah, this has been in the works for at least 7 years. All right. Here, as you can see here, I can't, you know. But in any case, let's go back to the video.
You're pushing somebody into, like housing and a more stable life, but you also have to pull them back sometimes, and that's what this is really designed to do.
Each parish can opt in or out of this specialty court if the bill passes. But for the people actually on the ground doing the work, this just digs deeper into the problem.
You need to cover the need before having the repercussion is put in place. If we had plenty of housing for people to live in, and people were choosing to live on the street, then I could see the stick. But you got no carrot. Plant the carrots, then worry about the stick.
Jennifer.
And they're going to pervert that, to fit their, their line of thinking, like setting people up. Well, we have places to live here, and what you have to understand, like I said, like it just told you in that other article there, it got to the point where the institutions, there was really no difference between that and the prisons. And some of these shelters, that's why people prefer to be outside. All right, so again, they're going to be setting people up. Well, we provide you with a place to get off the streets, but well, you refuse, so, and you see where this is going? Again, going back to that labor. They're talking about forced labor for 2 years for some, come on, man. This place is through. People still can't see what's going on here.
Carlisle works with Methodist for Social Justice, a group that connects people in need to available resources. She says not only are mental health treatment.
I'm reminded of that scripture about the tender mercies of this fucking devil. Let's see, that's Proverbs. Let's see. Let's see. Proverbs 12. Let's see, is it 10? A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. Yeah, 10. All right, it says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. 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 Let's get another one. How much proof, much more proof do you need? This is 1 John 3:17. But whoso hath this world's good, which they do, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And we know that Edom's blessing was what? The sword. And it told you how he was going to be able to get thereby. All right. In fact, let's just go to that. This is Genesis 27. Let's start at 38. It said, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Meaning he's going to have the good of all wherever he went. But how is he going to accomplish that? He's going to have the best of everything. But how, again, was he going to be able to do that? And of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live. It's telling you how. This was his blessing. And shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And this is where all this hatred comes from. Because in Genesis 25, 2 chapters prior, he sold his birthright. It wasn't stolen from him. He sold it. So let's just get that straight right off the bat. He sold it. Read it for yourself. If this was not to be, then it would have been corrected long ago. For those of you that want to complain, oh, Jacob stole Esau's. No, he didn't. He didn't steal the birthright. The birthright was sold. So that's why it tells you in 2 Ezra 6, all right, about this is as good as it gets for Edom, and then Jacob is going to rule. All right? I don't want to twist it because someone will say, well, that's not well, so let's go to it. 2 Ezra 6. Let's see. Start at 7. Oh, let's see. Then answered I and said, he's conversing with an angel here. He says, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, that's Genesis 25, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. Let's go back to the video and finish it out. I've got some more things to show.
Options needed to get people off the street, but also affordable housing.
Without affordable, deeply affordable, supportive care places to live for all the people who are homeless, some are going to get a record, and then it's going to be harder to get the job or to get the housing.
Especially if you're Jake, because that's how things are written up on purpose. All right? So we keep telling you about Jacob's trouble. You don't believe us, even though it's right at the doorstep. All right? And for you not to be able to see how things are shaping up, all right, with them using Northern Kingdom as a distraction. Now they're getting ready to bring in all these inbred Edomite South Africans, and there's going to be some conflicts. I can already see that right now because they're used to being dark-skinned people over there being a certain way, and Jake over here is not like that. So there's going to be that clash. All right. So they're lying, and this is all like a smokescreen anyway, because no one says anything about the Europeans that are coming over here. And I'm hearing more and more Eastern Europe, especially of the Cyrillic dialect languages over here. And I've been paying attention to that. I hope I said that right. Russian, Belarus, Lithuanian, Ukrainian, all that. Now, I can't distinguish between them, but I know what I'm hearing. All right. So, yeah. And they're getting things that Jake has paid into for decades and can't benefit from. That's always the case, because you have to understand, Jake is here in America to subsidize. Let's look that word up. To subsidize these Edomites in their way of living. Subsidize. Let's see. Subsidy. Let's see. Let's Let's see. Definition. To assist or support with a subsidy, to secure the assistance of by granting a subsidy. Let's see. To make you understand my meaning, what I mean by this. Let's say dictionary.com. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Related words. Sponsor, underwrite, bankroll. That's Jake's role over here. I'm trying to find something else. Let's see. Auxiliary. Subsidy and reserve. Help. A help. All right. Because you were brought over here as slaves, and they've structured this system in order for you to be that help. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. They make so much money off of us, and you think the most glaring way is the criminal justice system, and you can see by how law enforcement treats us, security business, all that comes into play, then you're not wanted anywhere. But you got to understand, all this comes back around because when Jake acts out, because he's constantly being ostracized, bastardized, just continually fucked with, well, they got something waiting for you when you buck. That's my point. So they make money hand over fist off of us, really, no matter what. This is that when it talks about that pit, when we use Isaiah 51 and 14, this is why you should have the mindset of, I want to get the fuck up out of here, because this is a pit. All right? The system is a pit. This was set up expressly for us to have no rest. This is part of the curses. It tells you that in Deuteronomy 28 and 65. Our soul, let's get that. The soles of our foot shall know no rest. We are still under the curses, people. Let's see, 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Most High shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. And we don't. And we will not until this system is brought down. All right?
This bill was supposed to be brought up today, but it looks like we're still going to have to wait for a final vote. We'll keep you updated on all of this at the Capitol. For WAFB 9 News, I'm Liam Combs.
So being homeless and sleeping in the streets could become a crime here in Louisiana if a bill in the Senate makes its way to the governor's desk.
As our Capitol correspondent Liam Combs reports, there's a lot of questions about how this would even be enforced.
Senate Bill 196 creates the Homeless Court Program, connecting people to resources for things like mental health treatment and drug addiction. But this bill also makes sleeping on the street a crime, punishable with up to 2 years of hard labor. That piece is a big sticking point for opponents.
It is becoming a problem that must be
we've already seen this.
Be solved.
Let's see what else I got here. Let's see. What else I got? Let's see. You've got this thing now where the police, and we all know that this idiot here is demanding that Carmelo Anthony do a life sentence. This motherfucker that got off. Everybody hates Jake, right? But yeah, that's about all I had. I had something else lined out. I forgot what it was now. But This is the gist of it. This is, we're coming into dangerous times for Jake. Oh, that's what it was. I think I had mentioned it, but the Section 8, that's going to create more homelessness for our people, in particular the women. But see, you you women made your own bed hard there, you know. So you're gonna have to eat lots of crow and everything else. The way you carried on for the last few decades, with that with that pride, no one's really gonna feel sorry for you. Like, damn. I mean, this is some well thought out shit. Don't think this is just something that's, just sprung up. Like, no, they had this in the work for decades. Proof of that is those executive orders from the late 40s and 50s on up. When you go back and study them, they had planned for this. All right? Because when this market crash, and we're right on the verge of that, oh man, people gonna lose their fucking mind. All right? But you can't say we here at Great Millstone didn't tell you. It's best that, hey, you be prepared. That's what we've tried to get our people to realize. Now is the time to repent. This is that grace period. All right, not waiting for when shit hits the fan and then say, oh, well, it's too late then. Jake has it bad about procrastination, Let's get that and then I'll close it off. Let's see. Procrastination. All right. One of them fancy words, to act or habit of procrastinating or putting off to a future time. Delay. All right. The act of postponing, delaying, or putting off, especially out of habitual carelessness or laziness. What are the scriptures on that? Well, let's get it, man. This book is like that commercial for Prego pasta sauce. What did they used to say with the Italian accent? It's in there. Whatever you want to know, it's in this book. How to deal with it. This is Sirach 5. We'll start at 4. It says, say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Most High is long-suffering, he will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. And say not, his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins, for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. And here's my point. Make no tarrying to turn to the Most High, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Most High come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And that's what a lot of you have set yourselves up for. All right? Hey, with that, to the next video, hey, shalom.